Right, today we're doing the oil change on a 2014 Corolla. Got it up on the ramps, got the carpet under there, so be nice and comfy. And we'll try and point out some of the important details on the way. We're under the car, that's the right wheel, you can see. This right here is the filter cap. There's a metal catch here. These little notches, sometimes they'll stop it turning. It's supposed to stop it turning, but the O-ring does a good job of that. And it's pretty vibration proof too, so it's kind of a belt and braces type thing. Don't need it all that much. The oil drain, 14mm right here, 27 foot-pounds, very easy to do. So I'm going to put the wrench on here and see if we can get this thing off. Okay, so there's the clip, and as I loosen it, sorry, wrench is in the way. See, it doesn't really stop it, but it just goes round. It doesn't really catch on anything. If it does, just push it out the way and just keep going. Okay, so we've got it about halfway out. The O-ring's just unseated, so now it's dripping oil into the old drain pan. Don't forget, pop the vent on it, especially when you're doing the engine oil. Slowly pulled the filter out. As you can see, I've got the type of filter that has end caps on. I like those. And there's the socket where it all goes. They designed this so that the filter is actually caught in. It sort of snaps in a little, so it comes out with it quite nicely. All we've got to do is clean this up a bit. You can leave the inside all oiled. We're going to oil the O-ring anyway, so it goes in easily. You don't want it to go in dry because it could cut. And the piece of metal looks like this. Well, it's not coming out. Right, going to drain the oil now. Very easy. It's only 27 foot-pounds, so it goes quite easily. And I'm going to do the rest by hand. The oil's a little warm on this car, so I'm going to do it with a little plastic food handler glove on that I can throw away. Right, so when you're doing this, you want to have one hand on the drain pan so you can move it to where the oil stream is going, and then one hand up here grabbing the nut. So I'm going to have to drop the camera for this bit. Pouring it at a fairly good rate. Good and black. Yeah, that's what oil should be. Same way it came out the ground. Alright, so here's the filter. I'll just give it a little tug. See if I can pull it out. Okay, and the new filter, yes, I know it's a Fram. Everybody's complaining, oh, why are you using them? But they do have end caps on. You'll find the stock one doesn't have an end cap. It has a little glue strip around here, and it doesn't cover all the filter elements. So I'm of the feeling that it can bypass oil when it's hot, which you don't want happening really. You want it all to go through. The filter has a bypass valve in the bottom, and it stays there, so you don't have to worry about that. That's why these little filter cartridges should be a lot cheaper than they are. Very easy. I'll put it on in a minute. First of all, I'm going to swap the O-ring. You should always swap the O-ring because, number one, they give you one, and it says so. It says replace it every time. That's why they give you one. These are not expensive O-rings. They are the cheaper ones. They're nitrile, and they will eventually harden, and they'll take a set, so they'll start leaking oil at some point in the future. So you do want to be sure to replace these. Just keep them fresh. If it was a Viton O-ring or something like that, you can get away with it because they don't really take a compression set. But the Viton ones do, and they get affected by the oil. So here I'm getting a small screwdriver underneath the O-ring, which is in this first groove. I'm just going to peel it off. Not that hard, is it? And put the new one on. Don't need a screwdriver for that, I think. And just feed it into the thing. And this is nice and oily, so my hands are nice and oily too, so I'm going to oil that O-ring up. Right, I'll put this and stick it in. You notice when you get there, it clicks in and it just stays there. It's loose, but don't worry, there's a spring behind it, so when it seats, it seals. Okay, first job, clean off the sump plug, put it back in, and then 27 foot-pounds. That's it. As soon as that torque wrench clicks, you're done. It's tight, but not that tight. You definitely don't want to overdo it. Kind of like they do at Jiffy Lube and stuff, where they strip the threads out, because then they leave it in there with their special kit. And yeah, it'll probably fall out while you're halfway up the grapevine in California, and you've got a problem. And here we are. See it hang? It doesn't fall out. You can wobble it around. Very handy, that. It's like somebody thought about it. Put it in. Don't cross thread it. Notice it goes in fairly easy. That clip isn't really in the way at all. Okay, now the O-ring is seating. There's a ramp that the O-ring is guided in with. Okay, that's about as far as I can do by hand. The rest is on the wrench. So I'll get that sorted. Okay, just turning it in, so it's pushing the O-ring in there. That's what the resistance is, so there's really nothing. It's not bottoming yet. Ah, now it just bottomed. So this is where you give it its torque. I can't remember what the torque is. Ah, that was the clamp loosening itself from going the other way just now. I couldn't get it off. Okay, it's in there. And that's it. The only job now is to fill it up. And if you've got a full one of these, you'll find it easier holding it sideways and then pouring it in. Then you don't spill it all over the engine. Yay!